Hey everyone, welcome to another YouTube video. I'm your host, Spider Sides, and for today's video, I'm going to be covering my latest fashion design, Higgs Monaghan, a villain from the game called Stranding. Now, I received a lot of requests in order to try and replicate this character in Destiny 2, and I wasn't sure if I could actually get the job done. But after looking at my results, I'm very proud of it. I think I got as close as possible in order to get those colors and textures, and of course, trying to replicate that baby in that red shell. I've never played the game, so I don't really know what that means in the storyline, but I'm pretty proud of this design, and I hope you are too. Now, if it's your first time here, I actually make a lot of different fashion designs in the video game, and I try to replicate different characters from Marvel, DC, Transformers, Power Rangers, any character really, and I try to get as close as possible. Now, with this video, I'm going to cover all of the ornaments and shaders that I would personally recommend, and of course, the reasons why I went the way I did. Now, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like or dislike button, and follow me on my other social media so that way you never miss a moment. Now, let's start with the helmet. For the helmet, get to rank 97 this season and get that skull ornament. You're going to need it, and it's easily one of the best ornaments we've ever received in Destiny 2. Now, the only shader that will actually shade it yellow is going to be the Continuum alloy. Now, this shader came from around the time when Vaulted Glass released, and you have to complete the raid, and then you have to purchase this Eververse pack. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if it's still available, so leave a comment below letting me know if it is or not, but I'm not sure since I don't see it anymore. Now, if you don't have that option, you could go with the Scaran mask and then maybe combine it with the Butterbark. You know, it still gets close, it still gets the job done, so you do have that option there if anything, but if you do have this shader, then get this ornament so that way, it looks as, as good as close as possible. When it comes to the gauntlets, I went with this one here, and you can still get it. It's from Europa. You can see I will get the arms, and then I got the Tide Smoke, which was an Eververse shader from, I want to say about a week or two ago. It was about, I think it was like 300 Bright Dust, and I think most people grabbed it. So if you were playing this season, I'm sure you have it. But I went with this one just because I like the texture. It gives a little bit of a green, but not too defined. And it has a nice texture. It just looks dirty. I don't even know how to explain it. I like the way it represents and shades. Now, when it comes to the chest piece, I have no idea how this shader worked, but this this shader right here that came out a few seasons ago, combined with the Scatterhorn vest, which is a sunset ornament, so if you don't have it, you can't get it anymore, unfortunately. But this shades perfectly. You get the red shell that can replicate that baby, and then of course that green just matches perfectly with everything else around the body. Now, if you don't have this option, then you could go with the Tide Smoke. So I'm just going to go to the front here. You could go with the Tide Smoke and then combine it. I did it the other day, this one over here. So you could still get this chest piece from Europa as well, and it still gets the job done. It looks like he's carrying something in front of him, but it's not going to be exactly like that character image that I showed on the screen with the red baby in the shell. So if you do have the other option, please, please, please go with this style. Now, when it came to the legs, this was the hardest part since I wanted something to shape well, but also blended well with the other colors. And I love this one here. I believe you can still get it right now. And when it came to these legs, I think it's awesome. I wish there weren't too many lines here, but when combined with the Tide Smoke shader, you get the dirtiness. It looks great, and you get a lot of textures. It looks messy. And I think it really gets the job done. Now, the other leg piece that people were trying to recommend would have been the Valkyrian. This could be an option as well. I just didn't like this. I didn't like the knees area. For whatever reason, I kind of wanted him to look a little bit muscular with more defined knee pads. And then I love that there's a knife right on the side here. So, pick your poison. There's many different options. You can even put an exotic if you want to use Stompies or whatever. Now, when it comes to the class armor, I ended up going with the Scaran Cloak. Now, when it comes to this ornament, you can only get it from the Eververse store during Halloween around the Festival of the Lost event. Now, I went with this one here because when you combine it with the same shader as the rest of the body, it looks great because it blends well. But not only that, you do get the yellow lines as the character has on his cloak. So I like it. I think it works well. And then not only that, the cloak wraps around the skull very nicely and exposes, just enough to solidify the the villainness, the evilness of this character. So I love it. I think it works well. Now, if you don't have this cloak, you could go with the siege break option. I think this is another great one, since there are other designs of this character where he has some flashlight or something at the top here. So this could be another option if you want to try to get as close as possible. But I do recommend going with this style here. Now, this is the end of the video. If you're here, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like or dislike button, and be sure to watch tomorrow for the live stream where I'm going to go over the fashion contest winners. We're going to go through all of the designs. I'm going to see which ones stand out and, give some prizes out. So watch the live stream on YouTube tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.